Hey all you lip rippers out there, welcome back to another edition of Lip Rippin' with Mo. I'm Mo. I don't know what happened, so I'm just going to start off with an apology that damn GoPro must have overheated or something or another or whatever. Long and short, we had a malfunction. So didn't get any of the lip jerking captured on tape for whatever reason. So luckily my iPhone, I was able to get some pictures, and I'll stick them up there in the corner here in just a minute. But I ran into some old boy out here on Lake Tawakoni where I was at, and he asked me if I was catching any, and I'm like, sure, catching a few. He's like, well, how am I catching them? I said, well, on chicken shit rig. And he just kind of gave me that look. He was like, what the hell's a chicken shit rig? So you'll have to forgive me for the name of it. I don't know what the true name of it is. That's just what I call it. You might want to call it a very light Carolina rig or something to that effect. But I'm going to go over that rig here in just a minute. And then after that, I'll show you on Navionics map chip on where I caught them on Lake Tawakoni. So y'all stay tuned. We'll go over that detail here in just a minute. All right, so what is a chicken shit rig? Well, let's just take a look at it here. Again, it's what I call it. Not exactly sure if that's the proper name for it or not, but again, it's a very light Carolina rig. So what I have it on here is an Abu Garcia Mike Iconella design. It's a Mike C72-6, so basically 7'2", medium heavy. 12 to 20 pound test. Never give up. That's my life motto, just the same, but never quit, never give up. But here you can see, hopefully, the little bitty weight. That's 1/16 of an ounce. You might could up it to 1/8 of an ounce, and I always put a bead here with a swivel, okay, and then a leader line. 1.5 feet, 2 feet. What you can throw in this, which this right here is a 4/0 hook, okay? It's a mustad hook. It's got a little plastic keeper here on it. And what I put on there is real simple. I put on a baby brush hog, basically from Go Fish Lures. You can get zoom, you can get big baits, big bite baits or whatever, but this is Go Fish Lures here in Yanis, Texas. So Roger does a pretty good job with these. But at the end of the day, you're just threading this on here like so, just like you would a normal Texas rig. Run it all the way through, okay? Spinning it up, just like that right there. Skin hook it. Now your plastic keeper that was on that mustad hook is actually on the outside of your bait to keep your bait from crunching down on the hook. So it stays up there real good, real solid. You can see I'm tugging on it pretty good. And when that fish comes to eat, you got a lot of hook exposed instead of a bunch of plastic bunching up. So that's why I like this hook. And all I'm doing is throwing it out there and letting that little bitty weight sink. Count to 5, about 1/2 foot per second, plus or minus, and then I'm just twitching. Jerk, 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 and just let it float. In the meantime, this thing's back here doing this and just giving it far more of a natural reaction. It's just going wherever it wants to go, however it wants to do that. And then you can also put a fluke on here at the same time. An impact shad is something I like to use as well. But any kind of fluke, zoom fluke type of bait, and a baby brush hog, that's what I was catching them on Lake Tawakoni today. So bluebird skies, 100 degrees. As you can see, I'm still sweating and got barbecued out there. Of course, sunblock is a must. But at the end of the day, the good old chicken shit rig with a baby brush hog or a fluke on Lake Tawakoni. The bite was very slow, and again, I'll put some pictures up there on some of the fish I caught. For whatever reason, the camera wasn't working. So again, main line, 20-pound test fluorocarbon, tagline. I'm using monofilament because monofilament will float, giving your bait more action in the water. So, not sponsored by any of these folks, just putting that out there one more time. Thanks to Captain Google for making us want to do all of that. But the chicken shit rig on Lake Tawakoni, and using green pumpkin or a green pumpkin candy, or some people call it a watermelon candy, but it's got purple and green fleck off in it. And then again, just a very light line, very light sinker with a bead to protect your knot from that tungsten weight onto a swivel. And the other thing that I like to do, we'll go over this later, is to do a double fluke rig, or some folks call it a donkey rig. And I'll put a video out here in a little while to kind of show you what that is. That's very similar setup, but this right here is what we're doing on Lake Tawakoni. Next, we'll go over the map tip where I was catching some of these fish at, so y'all stay tuned for that. All right, so here is the Navionics website for Lake Tawakoni. And real simple, we put in here at the state park. To me, that's just the best ramp here to have at the state park. So $5 to launch there, that's hard to complain about. And it really does have good facilities. So I always recommend going to a state park if you can. So where did we catch these bass at? Well, we came right over here to what's called Hawk Cove. And we hit all these docks right in here, and all these docks over here. And then we went up in this little canal as much as we could. And then we backed out of that. We came over here to Duck Creek, and we fished these docks right here and caught a few fish there. And then we came over here to what's called Sand Branch, or Ash Cove rather, it's right there, big dummy. And then hit this little canal right here on docks. We did that, and then we made a run all the way over, where's the north end of the lake? All the way up here. And so this is called Hickory. And then there is some docks up in here, just the same, and this creek goes way back up in here. So Hickory Creek is where we ended the day, needless to say. So we caught fish again on the chicken shit rig with a baby brush hog from Go Fish Lures. Again, a watermelon candy color. It's like a green pumpkin with purple and green fleck off in it. And they're made here in Yanis, Texas. So Roger Belk pours those for us. And they're pretty lively, they're pretty limber. So hopefully this helps you out if you go on Lake Tawakoni anytime soon. We did go up into this here part of the lake. I believe this is called Rabbit. Yep, it's right there, Rabbit. All the grass is gone. So I'm not sure what's happened here. There was no lily pads or anything. So that was kind of surprising. So we didn't stay in there very long. I wanted to fish the lily pads and they just weren't there. But that was my trip for Lake Tawakoni. Again, pictures are up there in the top right hand corner. So hopefully that helps you out. All right, Lip Rippers, showed you on the map where I was catching them at, showed you the technique, showed you the rod, even the bait, how to rig it up real quick on what it kind of looks like. It was a fun day. Tournament weight for my best five probably would have been about 15 pounds. Nothing to write home about, but probably would get you a check on Lake Tawakoni, especially during these bluebird skies and 100-degree heat. The water was 89 degrees. So those fish were cooked already, they were boiled. But the lake was good and green, except for in some of the creeks where, you know, the feeder creeks, it had been muddy because we gotten some rain not too long ago, so it was a little bit off color. It wasn't that good green color, but the main lake was really a beautiful color of water on the green side of the fence. So I'm going to spend some time putting the boat cover here on the Phoenix, on the Bird. If y'all got questions on how to rig that chicken shit rig up, what hook to use or anything else, I can get you the mustad hook in question, but hopefully I gave you enough close-up to kind of show you what hook it is. And again, it was a 3/0 or 4/0 hook for the baby brush hogs and zoom fluke, so it'll work on both of them, and it's just enough weight. Again, just slight little twitches and that thing will just, it'll just Gotta love that sound effect I had right there. I mean, yeah, I'm a very special person, thank you. But anyhow, the darting action is what makes it look lively. Just don't overwork it. It doesn't take much to twitch it. So if you learned anything from this video, don't overwork the bait. Slow down. Them fish ain't gonna come too far to chase it. So stick it in their face and make them mad. And they'll react to it very quickly if they're gonna eat. They're gonna eat it pretty quickly. So throw it up on the bank, twitch it off of there, get it about 10 feet off the bank. They're either there or they're not, and move on to the next cast. Lake Tawakoni is phenomenally known for bass to be skinny all year long, and I was fishing in water 4 foot deep or skinnier. I mean, that water, you no need to go deeper than that on Lake Tawakoni. Just dog pecker deep water, call it done. So, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Appreciate the feedback. Other words, y'all be safe out there. Go rip some lip.